Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast that is back from its vacay, 2-week vacay, with your host, Chris. I am that random guy who is still here. We still haven't gotten rid of him. There is a letter campaign going on to get him voted out. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode number 113, and I have a great episode for you guys today. As always, I want to thank the sponsor, Comic Bento, for doing a monthly comic book subscription. So if you guys want to get a box of awesome comics, Comic Bento is where to do it. Click on the link below and enjoy your books. I know they have good themes, and I'm still happy that they still like me. So there. What else should I talk about? As always, if you want to contact me, you can do that at my Twitter, at Casting42, Instagram the same, or send me an email, casting42@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you guys, because I like everyone, and I'm happy to have you all in my life. But let's get into today's guest. I have a wonderful band, and I'm so happy that I tricked them into getting them on the show. The eco-friendly Shannon, Esper, and Jake Rabinbach, and I was nerding out a bit with them. They have such beautiful music. If you guys haven't listened to their album, Love Panic, go do that now after you listen to the episode, or listen to it while you listen to us. Multitask it. But let's get into today's episode. So sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please. So this is the Casting for Two. It just kind of starts.
Okay.
I do all the intros earlier, so
Okay.
and it's just casual talk.
Sure.
But I would like to know. It's Jake and Shannon's there as well.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. One thing I like to know, especially with musicians, is when they actually got the musical bug.
Well, for me, I was really young. I was really like 3, I think, when I sort of figured out that there was like a thing that was a professional musician, and that was like a profession, like a police officer or a fireman. And I didn't really think there was much. At that point in my life, I don't think I understood that there was like a difference, that like anybody could become these other things, and like most people don't professionally get to do this other thing. But I figured that out a little too late, I think.
I don't know. I grew up always definitely wanting to perform in general, and acting and singing and dancing always. And my family's all actors, but I never considered like being in a band until I met Jake and started singing with him.
Okay. And how did you two meet and decide, you know what, hey, we kind of click?
We made a movie together in 2009 called Open 5, and we knew each other when we were little kids because we actually grew up in the same town. And then Shannon moved to the city, and I stayed in New Jersey, and we weren't really close or anything, but we re-met each other working on this movie that my friend and I wrote, and we cast her in. And really, we rode in a van down to Memphis to shoot a movie, and we played each other a lot of music, and it was like we felt very connected very quickly, and then we became friends and working on the film, and then there was a lot of complicated stuff between us, but ultimately we decided to start making music together about a year later. And it was kind of my idea for us to be able to, I don't know, I mean, to spend more time together and to find a way to have intimacy, even though we hadn't really figured out the rest of our relationship yet.
Okay. And I once I heard "Fuck It and Whatever," I was just instantly just kind of.
Was that the first song that you heard?
That was the first song that I heard.
That's really
Yes.
cool. Most people with same mistakes. That's nice.
Yeah, well, it was that song, and then I heard "Same Mistakes," and I was
Sure.
just, but it's such a beautiful song, and the music video was the one where you're not locked in the two rooms. It's the where you guys are going out to a party and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
that was made by my roommate who also lived with the two of us. So it's a really like intimate video where it's made by our best friend, so it's really like you can see our life as it actually was in that one.
like everything about that video just works, from the acting to the song to just the cuts. God, I was so obsessed with that music video once I saw it. What was the writing process like for the album that you guys did, Love Panic?
Um, well, so I started to write songs for us to sing together, and it was my birthday, 2010, and we drove to Memphis to our friend's studio to record, and we really didn't have any. I started to have an idea of what we were going to sound like, but we didn't really know because we hadn't done anything, and we recorded Same Mistakes and a few other songs that aren't on the album, uh, and I think from there our identity became sort of clear right away. We were going to just talk about our lives in a very clear, straightforward way, down to just what you did that day, and the music was going to be sort of dramatic and cinematic, and there were certain influences that I had in mind that would, I don't know, work with that kind of, with those kinds of lyrics. But it was really I think the lyrics were the most important thing to me because I just wanted to talk about what was happening between the two of us. And I wanted us to talk about it with each other in a way that felt fun and exciting instead of like hard and upsetting.
Right. And it really does come out so much in the music, because when I listen to the album, part of me is just thinking, "Oh God, this is so beautiful," but it seems personal. Should I be listening to that? I feel a little guilt, like I just snuck into my sister's room and started reading her diary.
That was sort of the idea. It's interesting. I think a lot about that now because we just finished a new album and it's also very personal.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there was a time where maybe I was more. We're married now, also, so like that's the end of the story, which is
Right.
awesome. But but like for me, there was a time where I think I was probably a lot more eager to put all this stuff out there, whereas now it feels a little bit more difficult in a way because maybe when you're like trying to sort it out and you feel a little bit more alone and crazy about the whole thing, maybe you like want a little bit more like, hey, everybody, like, do you see this? Like, do you experience this too? Whereas like now I feel a little bit more private about it all, even though it is my instinct to write very personal things. So that's still there, but I have more trepidation about it now than I did then.
I know. And so, what is one song on Love Panic that took a little bit more time to come up with, or was harder to crack?
Well, the hardest one in the studio was Apartment.
Mm-hmm.
We had a very different version of it first, and then it took a few. Like we recorded and then we went back. We recorded the album over like 4 different trips to Memphis or something. So
That's right.
Apartment we had to come back to later, and it seemed like we were maybe going to scrap it, and then Jake figured it out. I feel like that was the hardest one.
Yeah, that was the hardest one in the studio. that was tough. In the writing process, Panic was really tough for me.
Oh yeah, that was the hardest
because
one.
I really wanted to write something for just Shannon to sing from her voice, and obviously I'm not in her head, so we had to go back and forth a few times for her to say I would never say that, and then eventually get it right. Which is still, I mean, we still write lyrics that way together, which is really nice. I really appreciate that. She's incredibly honest with me always, and like so the process is. A lot of the songs have to undergo that, which I like. And then Fucking Whatever was the last song I wrote for the album. It didn't take a long time to write or record or anything, but we had the whole album done, and we had it in a whole other form, and we were going to release it in a whole other form. And then I just felt like we needed something else. We needed an ending, and then that was that song. So I'm really glad we did.
I do think it kind of wraps the whole album together for sure.
Cool.
But can you talk about your new album? Or like, I don't want,
sure. Yeah,
I don't
of
want
course.
any Star Wars spoilers here, but anything that you feel comfortable talking about.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's I don't know. Do you want to say the title? Do you want to wait?
I don't know. I feel like we're not sure yet.
Yeah, we're not sure yet.
That's the title. Not sure yet.
Yeah,
I love
we'll
it.
See. Well, we're finishing it up now.
Okay.
And we recorded a lot of it, and yeah, it's going to be about the next chapter in our life. It's it really the songs started. I started writing the songs right after Love Panic was finished, which was in 2012, 2011 even, and the last song we wrote would have been last year.
Okay, great. And so I know you guys are still kind of finishing up, but is there a projected release date? Maybe sometime 2016.
I don't know yet.
Probably early 2016, hopefully.
Yeah, we finished Love Panic a long time before we put it out, which was a bummer. So we're trying to avoid that this time.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Did you guys have anything you wanted to talk about? I always like to give my guests, their own time to, talk about whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we're just we're pretty excited to put out new music. It's been a long time. We're glad that people still care, and we're excited about the new stuff, and we'll play some shows and maybe get to tour a little. Probably, I mean, that's who knows, and then we'll probably make another one right away. I mean, right now we're in a really nice situation where we have a nice studio space in Brooklyn that we're really happy with, and we recorded some stuff for the new album there and some of it in Memphis, and we'll probably start recording material for the next thing in our studio really soon. So we're just trying to get the pacing a little bit better. There's a lot of, I feel like the standard now is to put out a record like every 3 years and to sort of labor over it. And, we're trying to sort of do something, we're trying to be a little bit more prolific. It's hard because we're doing everything on our own, which is also great because everything is very organic now. But, but we'd like to move a little faster. We'd like to have more material out there. That's the main thing we're working on now.
Okay.
And
cool.
and being a band also, I mean, we've got a really solid lineup of people now. We had a lot of different people going in and out for a while, and now we got a really solid lineup, and we really like playing live together. So we're having fun being a band and being collaborative now in a way that was more difficult when we were just sort of forming.
Okay, awesome. Well, I really can't wait to hear the new stuff because I love the stuff that's out now, and I want everybody in the world to listen to it, even kids, even though they probably shouldn't listen to it.
Maybe teenagers. It's okay.
Yeah,
I think they can relate some of
teenagers.
it.
Yeah, high schoolers.
How did you hear Fucking Whatever?
So it was on a trailer for a movie.
Oh, for Sleeping with Other People.
Yeah,
cool.
And so just that little snippet, I was just, this works. Hang on, and I have a film background as
Nice.
well, So whenever I hear a song, I immediately just pull out my phone and try to track it down. And once I saw the music video, that's when I said, you know what, I need to learn everything about this band right now. And that's when I go crazy on the internet.
Cool.
So
Great.
But thank you, Jake and Shannon, for chatting with me. Like I said, I look forward to hearing all the new stuff, and hopefully, one day you guys can. I'm in Texas. Maybe you guys can make it out here, or I can see you.
Sounds great. We like Texas.
Where in Texas are you?
I'm in San Antonio, so it's the less cool part. Austin is definitely the coolest part for sure.
It's cool.
But yeah, so
do you like Friday Night Lights?
Oh no, I actually haven't seen that show.
Really?
No, I like football. I saw the movie, but I'm a football guy, but I don't know, football drama based in Texas. I don't know.
It's a hell of a show.
It's a hell of a show.
Yeah. That's what I hear. Yeah.
It's really good.
I can't. I don't know. I think one day I'll probably get into it, but.
What shows are you watching now?
So the show, I went through a huge drama kick watching Mad Men, Breaking Bad, all those drama shows.
Sure.
Now I'm back on my comedy kick where I watch, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, we love Last Man on Earth.
That show is amazing to me just because of how bad of a character he was in the first season. And yet it's still
Tandy?
Yeah, Tandy, and it still drew me in. It was so weird, but
it's really weird.
Now he's a good guy and everything's fine. So, but it's.
Do you like Kroll Show?
I've seen a couple episodes of Kroll Show.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, definitely, and that and Key and Peele is just hilarious. Like
I haven't checked that out.
Key and Peele is great. It reminds me of Chappelle's Show.
Right on.
And I was a huge fan of Chappelle's Show, and I miss that show. Yeah. I miss it. I miss doing dumb references from that show.
Sure. Those will be around forever, though.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. Now, I talked about Star Wars earlier. Are there any sort of movies that you guys like or were watching during the album?
Oh, good question. Well, we watched so many things together, hanging out.
During the album, what were we watching? I was pretty depressed the whole time we were making the album, so I was just watching like a lot of true crime. I feel like.
Right. Okay. Okay.
What were we? We watch much more fun stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do we? Yeah, we
were watching Felicity.
Yeah, we watched all of Felicity.
Okay. Yep.
Which I had never seen. Which it has its moments for sure.
I feel like that's what we were watching.
Yeah, I feel like we were watching a lot of Felicity, The Office.
Yeah,
a lot of The Office. Stuff like that.
Just like comfort.
Yeah, just trying to get through the night. Trying to get through the day.
Did
we watch
RoboCop?
Better.
No.
Twin Peaks a little bit.
Not then.
No? Okay. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, Shannon lived in a basement apartment and she had cable and I didn't. We hung out there a lot.
There we go.
I think I didn't even have a TV.
No.
Yeah, no, it's whenever I go into a writing funk or I feel like writing, no matter what, the movie I used to just put on and just have in the background and sometimes watch. Do you guys know You, Me, and Dupree?
No, I've never seen You, Me, and Dupree.
So it's, with Owen Wilson, Matt Dillon, and I guess Seth Rogen has a tiny part.
Is it a Farley Brothers movie?
No, it's a Russo brothers movie. And it's just, a lighthearted comedy. But for some reason, even when I was in film school, I'd pop in that movie and just start writing and something about it just helps me. Even if I'm writing something really dark, it's like, let's throw in You, Me, and Dupree.
Huh. Wow.
It's
I wish I had a magic bullet like that. That sounds great.
It's unfortunately I've switched over from Me Dupree to another movie called The Change Up. With Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds. It's the most random movie.
Is Jennifer Aniston in that movie?
No, what's Leslie Mann is in it.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah. My writing process is really random. It just hits me when it hits me.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't even consider it writing. I write with crayons on notebook paper. So.
Wow. Yeah, that beats Final Draft. It's cheaper.
Exactly. Yeah. It just sucks when I have to share it with people. I think they don't take me as seriously.
Sure, it might be harder to submit that to the Sundance Labs.
Right. Yeah. I put fun stickers on it, so they just think it's a 12-year-old.
Right on.
But yeah. So I feel like I should let you guys go create more music, more awesome music for me to listen to.
Yeah, we'll get back to that, and I hope you like what's coming. We'll let you know when it's out.
Awesome. For the people at home who would like to keep track of when the music comes out, where can they do that online?
On Twitter is probably the best. Twitter and Facebook is probably the best thing. We're in the process of switching labels, so our website's not totally up to date. But so yeah, just at the Echo Friendly, and then we're on Facebook. But we'll probably have everything updated at theechofriendly.com as well by the time we have a release date, and then we'll just let everybody know. And yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Now give out your personal home addresses and your numbers that they can contact you. No.
That's right. It'll probably be different by then. We've moved like 6 times in the last 5 years, so it's not going to be reliable anyway.
Well, Jake, Shannon, you have a wonderful day, and it was honestly a pleasure chatting with you guys.
You too, Chris. Take care.
Thanks.
Right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.